Okay, welcome back. In this video we're going to look at solving a nonlinear system of equations from chapter 5. This is our system of equations here. We have x squared plus y squared is 10 and 3x plus y is 0. Okay, and we want to figure out what are x and y, what x and y will satisfy both of these equations. So you can do either elimination or substitution to solve systems of equations. In this case, the equations aren't very similar to each other, so I'm going to use substitution. And this one, the bottom one, is quite easy to solve for. Oh, that's a weird color. It's quite easy to solve for y. All I have to do is subtract 3x from both sides, right? And then I get y is equal to negative 3x. Okay? So I solve for one of the variables and then I plug it back in to the other equation. So we're going to be plugging it into that top equation. So we get x squared plus, well, y squared. Y is equal to negative 3x. Okay, so I just replace it with negative 3x in the equation. And then we simplify, so we get x squared plus, well, negative 3x squared is positive 9x squared, right? When you square a negative, it becomes positive. Ooh, x squared there. Okay, so we get 10x squared is equal to 10. So then we just divide by 10 on both sides. We get x squared is 1. You take a square root on both sides. Now, whenever you do a square root on both sides, you need to put in the plus or minus. So we get plus or minus 1, right? The square root of 1 is 1. Okay. So that's the values of x. Now how do we find the values of y? Well, we just plug them in to this equation here. We already have an equation solved for y. So when x equals 1, y has got to be equal to negative 3 times 1, which is negative 3. And when x equals negative 1, we plug that in for that equation. So negative 3 times negative 1, y would be positive 3 in that case. So my two solutions are 1 and negative 3, and then negative 1 and positive 3. Those are the two answers there. So hopefully that kind of helps with that. This isn't too bad. This one is pretty simple. But hopefully it kind of gives you a reminder of how we did this.